Hi everybody, it's Barbie from Nellie and Ruth Designs, and I want to thank you for joining me again today. It's another Tuesday, so it's show and tell time. And last week I showed you some of the stamps I got from Red Lead, and they're just really fun. And if you hadn't seen my last show and tell Tuesday video, I'll just show you again. And I hope the way I have my light set up, it does impose a little bit of a glare. I hope it's not too bad for you folks. So these were the stamps that I had purchased. These cute little, I call them red rubber stamps. And again, I bought them without the block because I do have acrylic stamps. And I really like using them. That way you can, kind of see what you're doing. So these are the two dress stamps that I had purchased from Red Lead. And I use the StazOn ink, which is this here. It's the jet black. And I find this works really the best. I think I'm going to have to get a new one because it is getting, I don't think they have refills for these either. It can be kind of messy because it's a very powerful ink. So you just kind of have to be careful. Otherwise, I've gotten it all over before. But this is the StazOn, and it does have, it still smells, so that's how I can tell it's still good. It does have a very distinct smell to it. But this is the stamp pad that I use when I use these stamps. And let me get one more thing. When I clean my stamps, a lot of gals don't clean their stamps, but I do. And Stampin' Up! Has a StazOn cleaner. So when I clean this, maybe 1 week, and that could be another show and tell how I use the ink pad. I know it sounds silly, everybody knows how to use an ink pad, but I put the pad on my stamp. I don't put the stamp on my pad. And then when I clean it, this is kind of like I wouldn't say it's a roller, but it's a fuzzy cloth cleaner. And it is pretty, it almost smells like paint remover. It's pretty strong. But I use this on the stamp and I blot it. I stamp and blot with this. So that could be another show and tell. But I would advise anyone to get the StazOn cleaner from Stampin' Up. I'm not sure how much it costs. I can look into that when you use your StazOn. So let's set that over there. So these are the stamps. And I just take it's a great way to use up your scraps. And I just use all my scraps. And I have had some gals contact me through Instagram, and they would request stamps. And then they pay me through PayPal. And I would like to try to get some of these in my Etsy shop. Sometimes it's more cost effective if you only, you're not going to use a stamp quite often, but yet you want, some of the dresses or whatever. It's nice to know that you can buy them without having to buy a stamp that maybe you're only going to use once or twice. So this is the one style of dress. And I just love them. I think they're so cute. So I'm going to be incorporating these, I think, in some cards and obviously some junk journal supplies. So that's those. Put these here. And then this is the other style. Oops, put that one there. This is the other style right here that I purchased. And again, I just used this paper. I really liked it with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. This would be really cute for a little girl's birthday card. And I found also, here's a good thing to note. Some papers that I have, they have these little, you can see the little sparkles. And let's see, get my little, but they're kind of raised. These are raised up. And sometimes when I'm scrapbooking or I want to cut something on my Cricut, these get in the way. So when you have a stamp, hi Belle, my little doodle just came in. When you have a stamp that can work around these, and these are all hand cut. I'll stamp and stamp and stamp, and then I sit at night when hubby's watching TV, and I'll just cut these out. But if you have papers like this that are raised and you're having a difficult time trying to figure out how to use them, sometimes I do, use your stamps on them. And then you can just, here's another one, you can just hand cut them out, and they seem to work out good. So I wanted to show you those. That's how the stamps come out. And then this is an item that I made. Again, last week I showed you the vintage patterns that I work with. And the ones that I showed you from last week, this is the same style pattern. Okay. And this is where I showed you how I was doing the ribbon embroidery. I want to do something. I'd like to make this. Maybe we can make this together so you know how to do it into this here. So it's not hard. You just, little thought. So I made this for somebody special that once in a while we'll do a swap. And it's taken me forever to get my items done for her. But I did reach out and tell her that, don't worry, I am working on my stuff. So I try to use, as a lot of people do, leftover. This was my mom's tulle ribbon. So I use that to wrap it, which I really like. And I just thought every little girl needs a closet to keep her clothes. So this is kind of like a little ephemera pack that I'll be sending, but I made it into like a little clothes closet. So because I like to fussy cut, and sometimes I'll show you in a show and tell a lot of the flowers I've cut. This was a little bit bigger one, and I think I just cut it down or I cut it back. And then I stitched around. I'm really into sewing my papers now. And then if I can show this without the light, with God all things are possible, Matthew 19:26. I do I've been incorporating more Bible verses on my patterns. I thought this was just adorable. And again, like I said last week, I iron all my patterns before I use them, or the instruction sheets. So this, you open up. It's a trifold. And what I did was I made a little closet. So this here, again, hopefully it doesn't glare. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. And this is from Numbers chapter 6, verse 24 through 26. So I made a little band here, and then I put a sweet little tag inside. And this is all made out of, you just start cutting. Once you make your trifold and you get it all set, so this one, when we do it, we will make this together because I just have to refresh my memory. So this was the trifold here, and then I just cut here, folded over, and that became the little closet. But we'll do all that in a crafting session. That might be kind of fun. So yeah, I just continued cutting and working with the pattern. And then this was a tag that I made to go inside. Washi tape. I can't have enough washi tape. And this was another fussy cut that I did. I took a whole rose book that I had, and I tore the whole thing apart, and I cut all the roses out of it because I do love roses. And then this goes right in the little horizontal belly band. So that just tucks down in there. And then I have these cute little hangers. And I've made, let's see, I've made cards with them. You can see them there. I'm sorry about the shadows. I'm still trying to get my lighting. My son may have to help me with this. So I took the hangers. And yes, I can get them in here. It's just a little tricky. And right now, it sounds like it's hailing outside. It's been raining all day here. And I think we're supposed to get some snow in a couple days. But right now it sounds like hail. And I can get this. There we go. There we go. And then I just hang them back up in her little... And my girlfriend, she can do what she likes with these. If she wants to journal on the back of them or make a little note or a special date, she can. I just hang these right back up in the little closet end. So when she opens it, she'll see those. And then on this side, I made, again, I took, this here's another fussy cut rose that I had cut, and I adhered that. And then again, I took the here detailed instructions, made a nice little pocket. And then these are other, these here I wanted to incorporate so she could use in her postcards or whatever she would like to use them in. These are other stamps that I purchased from Red Lead the same time I purchased the little dress stamps. And these are the stamps here. She is artful, she has courage, she is soulful, lovely, brave, joyful spirit, hopeful. So I bought that little pack, and then I bought this pack here. Art, Wings, Story. I thought these were just very cute. You could attach to your work. So, and that's how these come out. And again, I use the Stays On. If you're not familiar with that, you can get it at Hobby Lobby. Michael's has it. They have it in all different colors. Black. I think I just bought a chocolate brown. This is, I think, $5.99. Again, it's a little more pricey, but you could, if you get a Hobby Lobby coupon for 40% off, you could save on that. And that's what I try to do. So these actually stamp out lovely. And then because this stamp comes in one large, you can do them. I like to do the whole stamp itself, and then I just cut it out. I just run it through my cutter, and so she will get this. And I'm working on a few other items for her. So this will be fun when she gets that. And then you just close it right back up. I did not sew around this here. I may put a little thing of washi tape, or I might put just another little rose here. I didn't want to sew around that, so she would know kind of to bring it in, and you didn't see it. So, and again, I stitched all around the back. And then I just tie it up. And here's another little tidbit. I'm sure you know this. Some gals do, some gals aren't familiar with it. But if you make your bow, you turn your item upside down as you make your bow. Your little bottom ribbons will come down perfect each time and hang at the bottom, and they won't be going every which way. So that's my little dress closet. So I wanted to share that and show you that today. So we will set that aside, and I think we'll make one of these. I think this will be fun. And then I wanted to show you this cover I made. This might have been in one of my other videos. I had made this one, and I made a little mini one in a past video. And the little mini one we're actually making for my future daughter-in-law. And again, time got away from me, and I just haven't been able to do it. But I told you I work with vintage patterns a lot. So this was the first junk journal that I attempted. I had never made one before. I had never stitched in the signatures. And because this one, I think this was the one that I used the Cheez-Its box on. It's very sturdy. It's very strong. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has 6 signatures. And for each signature, I used a pattern, a vintage pattern. And I have lace on the front and back. This one here, I have the pom-poms, which I think are adorable. And this I have the lace and the rickrack. This one I have lace. And this one, this is all, excuse me, this was my mom's lace that she used from her sewing. So this journal I'm actually going to keep for myself. Like I said, I had never made one before, and I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. But I figured I would show you this one today. So again, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I think it's just based on your likes, your dislikes. But I will say the only thing I'm not happy about, and I may change this out, is the my baubles. I do like these, but these I may have to take off and do something else with, because when I go to work in it and I go to write in it, they kind of get in the way. But I'll do a little show and tell on this here and tell you what kind of paper I used, and then, you know, maybe we can work on this once in a while as well. So again, these are the roses that I cut from my book. And I haven't journaled or anything in this yet. I'm just trying to get it set up. This here, I'll point out, and I can't think of what shop it was, but these came from England. And we did a swap. And I will show you the fabulous book in another Tuesday show and tell that she sent me. She didn't charge me for it. I inquired about it when I was on Instagram. I fell in love with it. It's a vintage book, and I just went nuts over it. And we have been chatting quite a bit, and she sent me the book, and I couldn't believe it. So I went immediately to her Etsy shop, and I made a purchase. I think I bought $60 worth of goods from her shop, because I think the book might have been between $40 and $50, and then the shipping. So I wanted to repay her in a nice way. So this was a pocket that I made, and yeah, definitely this is a new type of fold that I learned. And I think Amanda from Amanda Paper Crafts was doing this in her shop, and I tried it and I love it. And there's actually, let's see, how many pockets are there? You have a pocket here, a large pocket, and then you have another pocket, and you have another small pocket. So this card was sent to me, and I do like to use the cards that some of the other girls sent. And this here, so this, okay, this is my gardening. I decided to make this my gardening journal. So on August 8th, planted special day lilies in the front yard, all in the mulched area with ferns, 8 containers, and all purchased at Northland Gardens, Inc., West Mountain Road, in my area. So this was sent to me, I think from one of the gals in a swap. And I'm not sure what language. I think it might be Swedish. So I made a cute little card to put in there to make that note. And then I made another pocket, like this similar one here, with another one of my floral cutouts and a butterfly. Great things take time. Cultivate kindness. Of course, great flowers do take time. And because I forget what flowers I purchase, this came in the bucket, Jolene Nicole Daylily. And I decided that I'm going to wash these off. They have the point. They have the little point here and it sticks down in the plant. So I cut it, I washed it, and it gives all the specifications, the features, the exposure, everything I need to know. And I'm going to keep those in my journal so I can refer back. And these, obviously, the note here are the daylilies that I bought. And then this one, it was pretty dirty, but this is called Pizza Crust Daylily. And I have this nifty-difty little, I have my son bought this for me last year at Christmas time because I really wanted a little label maker. And that's how I make the pizza crust. I made this little tag to go on it. So if you don't have one of these, I highly suggest grabbing yourself one. They're fun to use and they really come in handy. So as you can see, so that goes there. And I love my washi tape. I should do a washi tape Wednesday so you can just see. I have a doily. This was my mom's. She had 2 boxes in her cellar of count of 500. So I used those. And these are all for writing. This is scrapbooking paper. This comes from a little book I had, but I used it because of the green. Some vellum. More floral paper. This was a greeting card. Or actually, it could have been scrapbooking paper, and I just made into a little card to journal in. Here's some flour that I fussy cut. And then here I made a little pocket out of a coin. We can make some of these one day. This is a coin envelope, and I just stamped, made a little top, a little pull to journal on, and I tucked that in there. I fussy cut a lot of birds. I'm really I'm really a nature freak, so I love birds, flowers. This is one of the tags that I bought from my girlfriend in England that she sent me the book. This was a little piece of lace from my mom's sewing box. Thought she was cute sitting on her log. This was a purchased, I think this is an old Martha Stewart tag and envelope. But I put that in there. Again, washi tape. Washi tape does a lot to dress something up. More journaling pages. Washi tape. And then I don't collect. I purchase. I wish I could find these to collect. But I purchased the old seed packs. And you can get these from a lot of gals on Instagram. And again, when I hike, I collect birch bark. And I bring it back because I like to try to keep things sometimes, especially in a gardening journal, as natural as I can. And I love to use wax. So this, I use this wax. I left it up a little bit and I use it just as a little, just so it doesn't slide all the way down in. It's a little stopper. And another vintage pattern. Some more. This was taken from a book that I have. I don't remember what it is. I'll show you some of the books sometimes too that I cut from so you can get some ideas. And I like this idea too. Now, let me see if I can find the other end of this. Let's see. Oh, it's this right here. So you don't always have to, if you have a paper in your journal, if you're just starting out and you don't want to fold it. See, this was already folded. So this must have been a piece of paper that I used, and obviously I scored it in the wrong spot. But I said, I really like it, so I don't want to throw it away. You don't have to fold them exactly in half. You can fold them at the 3/4 mark. So you can kind of see how I folded that. So you can get a double layer here. And this was taken from one of my books. More vellum. But I just love all this paper. This is great dyed paper. And I will try to remember in one of my other videos, there's a girl on Etsy that I get my dyed paper from. She does a phenomenal job. I really like her stuff too. I've bought some blank books from her as well that I want to work in. So maybe we can work on those together. And more washi tape. This is from the gal in England again. She made this little set, which is adorable. So that slides right in there. And when you can either sew your lace on, but I use Fabri-Tac to adhere all of my lace. And more flowers. And this was a sweet little tag holder that I bought from her. I'll write little notes on here when I do more journaling for my garden. Winter setting in, so and then if you can get your hands on any and I have an idea already to put in here, greeting cards. These would be adorable. I'll make some tags. Someday we'll just have a fun Friday and I'll make some tags. And maybe I can have them with the little dresses sticking out. That would be really cute with the girls' dresses. I don't know where I got this. Must be scrapbook. I don't know where I got that. I think it's scrapbooking paper. I try to do a combo of scrapbooking paper. It's a little bit thicker and regular paper. And here's the other side of the card. And it doesn't give a year, but yes, yay, it was made in the USA. A little girl with her kitty. And then this is a handmade card from another, or envelope from another gal over in England. And I used to buy a lot from Brighton Beach Bazaar, Julia. And I'll show you some of her stuff and give you the link down the road. The last time I bought an item from her, I bought a whole Marilyn Monroe pack. I wanted to make a Marilyn Monroe journal. And it took forever. And we had this ongoing conversation on Instagram that, you know, Marilyn's on world tour. She hasn't made it to me yet. You know, we had all kinds of stories going on about Marilyn Monroe. We resurrected her and she was doing some wild things. But needless to say, after about 8 months, and of course it was right when COVID started, Julia received the package back, and she said at least she came back home. So I had to go out and buy my own Marilyn Monroe book. But these, I make these postcards up ahead of time. And then sometimes it just, I think they make adorable journaling cards. And then these gals here, I buy from another gal in the UK. And I keep all of her name is Spix Pix. And it's Beatrice. And I buy all of my lovely ladies from Beatrice along with some other goodies. So that could be another show and tell. Hi, Bella Boo. Hi, Belle. My girl, it's getting dark here, so she knows it's getting to be dinner time. Okay, let's get through this real quick, and then you can be on your way, and I'll go feed my baby girl. Another vintage pattern. Another lovely lady with a nice little card. This is fun, too, when you have more than one layer. And these will all be embellished, and we can work on all this together. Another fun. Look at the gardening tools. 5 of new Stanley range, all made of stainless steel with special lightweight handles. Destroy weeds. These are fun. These are fun. I should do a journal someday to do a giveaway. I just don't know how the giveaways work on YouTube. Or I could do it on my Instagram. We'll see. All right, so we've got this. This is another pocket that I made using my roses. Another little Better Homes and Gardens. But it is fun. It is fun. And I tend, if I do sell something, I tend to make something that I like, because if it doesn't sell, I can use it. This card's from 1958. That was the gal here, the pretty gal with the parasol and the yellow dress. So it's from Debbie. It's from Joy, Walt, Debbie, and Mike from 1958. And I like to save the cards that have writing on them. So this one says, Dear Grandma, hope you're feeling better and you don't get those cramps anymore in your leg. Debbie and Mike woke up this morning with a cold. They just got over having a siege of diarrhea. They must be little kids. It sure was pretty out today. Not much wind either. They put in a new road to the rocket base where Walt works, and it only takes him 45 minutes to get home. He gets home after 5:15 p.m. Sure is nice. I can have meals earlier then. I will close now and hope to hear soon you're out of the cash. I will close now and hope to hear soon you're out of the, looks like cash. Say hello to everyone for me. Hi, Mama. Ha, Joy. Oh, cast. I hope you're out of the cast. So she must have broken her leg or foot or arm or something. She's in a cast. I love these. I love to keep the ones that have writing in them, little stories. Get well wishes. Here's another little pocket that I made. And these here, I don't know if these were sent to me or if I made them. I don't remember, but they're very pretty, and they are going back in. Come on there. We're going to put that one there. And we'll put these down here. There we go. So, and you can write, you can journal on the backs of these, do whatever you'd like with when you make something like that. I thought this was cute. Gardening down on the farm. Another pocket. Ferns. See, these are all blank back here, so we'll have fun filling this in. Pretty in pink. This is scrapbook paper. This is from a book. Another cute little storybook cut out. Another pocket with a tag. Little cute little birthday card. I don't know about you, but when I journal, I like to have lines. I'm not very good at keeping my lines straight. So these I really won't add anything to the pages, because these will make really nice journaling pages because of the lines for me. And that's it. That is it. So I hope you liked today's video. I know there was a lot to look at, but I think I've got some really cute ideas that we can craft and do things with. Yeah, and that's it. So I hope this inspired you to be creative, change things around, change, like I said, my little baubles here, I may have to take them off because I'm just not loving. And again, I have another idea that how I could incorporate these in the book. So that might be a project all into itself someday with you guys. So that's it. I really appreciate you watching along. I can't thank you enough. If you like this video, comment on it, subscribe, let me know what you think, and let me know what you might want to see in the next video. Okay, ladies, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you the next video, and maybe sooner than a Tuesday. Okay, bye-bye.